It began with a closed-door meeting at Mar-a-Lago that no one expected to leak. Donald J. Trump had summoned several GOP figures and high-profile allies to discuss what he called the future of American power. Among them, Senator Rand Paul, outspoken, independent-minded, and tech magnate Elon Musk, who had recently shifted his political tone with cryptic tweets and backdoor dealings. Reporters caught wind of the gathering only hours before it happened, but the doors remained tightly sealed. No photos, no live streams. Just a single quote that leaked out of the room: "This is the final warning. No more games." Tensions had been building for months. Rand Paul had publicly distanced himself from Trump on multiple occasions, especially on foreign policy and surveillance. Meanwhile, Elon Musk had been quietly funneling influence through think tanks, hinting at a possible political play of his own. Some even whispered he might support a third-party challenge in 2028. But nobody expected Trump to come out swinging, and name names. Within 24 hours, Trump posted a video on Truth Social. No filter. No script. Just fire. Rand Paul. He's been riding our movement and stabbing it in the back. And Elon Musk? You made your billions in America and now you want to run it like a tech lab. Guess what, this isn't Silicon Valley. It's America first. And the games are over. The clip went viral in under 30 minutes. And the fallout had only just begun. The media explosion was instantaneous. Cable networks scrambled. Social media platforms were flooded with reaction videos, furious retweets, and hastily assembled Twitter spaces. The headline on Fox blared: "Trump declares war on Rand Musk, MAGA civil war." Rand Paul's office released a carefully worded statement: "The senator remains committed to constitutional conservatism and has always believed in honest disagreements among allies. He will not engage in petty personal attacks." But that wasn't enough for the MAGA base. Trump loyalists flooded Rand's X account with a single phrase: "Traitor to Trump." Meanwhile, Elon Musk responded in his own cryptic fashion. He posted an AI-generated meme of a lion roaring at two snakes, captioned only, "Sometimes the king must clean his court." That post racked up over 10 million views, but it was the comments that told the real story. Conservatives were torn. Some accused Elon of playing both sides. Others praised his defiance. But Trump didn't wait. He went live that night on Rumble, flanked by his most trusted allies, Kari Lake, Stephen Miller, and Kash Patel. "Let me make something clear, we didn't fight to take this country back from the swamp just to hand it over to Silicon Valley schemers and soft-spoken phonies pretending to be patriots. You're either in or you're out." And as of today, they're out. The crowd erupted in cheers. MAGA hats flew in the air. Chants of "No more games. No more games" echoed across the venue. Backroom alliances were crumbling. And in Washington, phones were ringing off the hook. By morning, the Republican Party was in chaos. On Capitol Hill, staffers described the atmosphere as nuclear. Congressional allies were being forced to choose sides. Was it Trump's America first, or a new hybrid conservatism backed by figures like Musk and Paul? Behind closed doors, the RNC held emergency strategy calls. Donors were furious. Major players from Florida to Texas were pulling support until the party could unify. But unity wasn't on the table anymore. That afternoon, Trump released another scorched earth post on Truth Social: "Rand Paul talks like Ron Paul and votes like Mitt Romney. Elon Musk wants to be Emperor of Mars, but he's never fought for America, not once. I built the movement. I led it. And I'll clean it. Period." Rand Paul responded on live television for the first time. Sitting stiffly on a Fox News panel, he looked tired, but resolute. "I've stood against unconstitutional overreach my entire career, including when it came from my own party. I'm not here to worship men. I'm here to serve liberty. If that bothers Trump, so be it. The base didn't care. Trump's words were gospel in red states, and the grassroots made it known. Pro-Trump PACs launched attack ads within hours, grainy footage of Rand Paul voting against Trump-era bills, side-by-side clips of Elon Musk meeting with Biden officials. The tagline, "They smiled in Trump's face, and stabbed America in the back." That night, #Trump was right was trending #1 on X. But Musk wasn't finished. He called an emergency live stream on his new decentralized platform, Stream, drawing over 40 million live viewers. And then he said something no one expected. If Trump thinks he owns the conservative future, let him prove it. I'll fund any Republican, who's willing to challenge this madness head-on. That challenge sent a jolt through every GOP strategist in the country. The war had officially begun. The Republican establishment was now staring down two ticking time bombs, one named Trump, and the other backed by Musk's limitless wallet. Within 72 hours, the ripple effects reached every corner of the political machine. In Arizona, Kari Lake took the stage at a rally and declared, "Rand Paul and Elon Musk? They don't want to save America, they want to manage it. Trump wants to fight for it. And that's the difference." Thunderous applause followed, but not everyone in the crowd cheered. In Tennessee, Senator Marsha Blackburn broke ranks for the first time in years. "If this becomes a loyalty cult instead of a party of principles, we lose the very soul of conservatism." That quote went viral, with Musk reposting it and commenting, "Courage in short supply lately. Glad to see it's not extinct." Meanwhile, Trump intensified the offensive. On a special edition of Hannity, he dropped a bombshell: "We have proof that Elon Musk has been trying to influence key House members using offshore crypto channels. It's coming out soon, and when it does, you'll know exactly who he's been playing for." The studio went dead silent. Hannity blinked. "You're saying, foreign influence?" "Worse," Trump said. "Tech tyranny disguised as patriotism." That single sentence set off a firestorm. Congressional Republicans demanded hearings. Musk's legal team released a sharp statement denying any foreign-tied crypto operations. But suspicion was enough to stain. In response, Elon Musk took the gloves off. He posted a single sentence to, "Then let's open everything up." Starting with Mar-a-Lago. The digital battlefield exploded. Leaks began trickling out from both sides. Internal emails, donor lists, screenshots of private group chats, and rumored NDAs. Whispers turned into roars. For the first time since 2016, it wasn't just Democrats watching the GOP tear itself apart, it was the world. What happened next would go down in political history as the info barrage. Within 48 hours of Musk's ominous, "Let's open everything up" post, encrypted files began surfacing on fringe platforms, allegedly leaked by whistleblowers from inside both Trump's orbit and Musk's companies. It was a coordinated digital flood. Some documents claimed Trump allies had used PAC donations for lavish personal expenses, others suggested Musk had engaged in covert influence campaigns targeting Senate tech policy votes through shell think tanks. No proof had been authenticated yet, but truth didn't matter. Perception did. Cable news anchors were nearly speechless. Headlines ran like wildfire: Trump camp hit with luxury jet scandal, Musk accused of crypto manipulation behind closed doors, GOP implosion, is 2028 already lost? In the midst of it, Rand Paul suddenly went dark. No interviews. No tweets. No press conferences. His absence became louder than any statement he could make. Rumors swirled: was he negotiating a truce? Being pressured by donors? Or had he realized the political terrain was becoming too radioactive to walk? Trump, on the other hand, doubled down. At a rally in Georgia, he thundered, "I don't care how much money Elon has. I don't care what papers he leaks. When America needed warriors, I stood up." He bought a website. That line earned a standing ovation. But Musk struck back immediately. He tweeted a video mashup, footage of Trump golfing, cut against clips of U.S. border chaos, economic downturn, and war headlines. The caption: "You stood up. Or stood aside." The post broke a record, 100 million views in 1 hour. Trump's digital team scrambled to respond, but it was clear, Musk wasn't just fighting fire with fire. He was rewriting the battlefield. By week's end, the Republican Party wasn't at war with the Democrats. It was at war with itself. The GOP was now fractured into factions: Trump loyalists, Musk-backed reformers, and a silent middle waiting for someone to emerge with a path forward. Donors began freezing contributions. Super PACs splintered. And conservative media was no longer in sync. Fox leaned Trump, while the Daily Wire began airing more Musk-leaning voices like Peter Thiel and Glenn Greenwald. In the chaos, Trump delivered a strategic blow. He announced an emergency rally in Des Moines, Iowa, titled "The Line in the Sand." Every major conservative figure was invited to attend, publicly. The message was clear: stand with Trump now, or be seen as standing against him. Behind the scenes, pressure mounted. Republican governors received calls from Trump's inner circle warning of consequences for hesitation. Trump operatives began compiling a list: who showed up, and who didn't. Elon Musk, meanwhile, wasn't backing down. He launched his own counter-event, a massive digital town hall simulcast across X, YouTube, and even VR platforms. He called it, "The Great Realignment." Over 300,000 people logged in within the first 5 minutes. On camera, Musk appeared calm but intense. He looked straight into the lens and said, "This isn't just about Trump. This is about control. This is about a political machine trying to crush innovation, independence, and transparency. I'm not the enemy. Obedience is." He unveiled a new coalition of donors and digital-first candidates running in battleground states, many of them former Trump supporters. "We're taking the fight to the ballots, not the ballroom," Musk concluded. "Let them scream. We'll build." Hours later, Trump responded from the Des Moines stage. "We built this movement from dirt. We didn't buy it. We bled for it. And if anyone thinks they're going to hijack it with Wi-Fi and stock options, good luck. This is war now." The crowd roared as fireworks exploded behind him. But deep within the party, panic was rising. Because war meant one thing: a complete and public collapse was no longer a possibility, it was a probability. In the days that followed the dueling events, Trump's "line in the sand" and Musk's "great realignment," a chill ran through Washington. Loyalty was no longer assumed. It had to be proven. Trump operatives began demanding public statements of allegiance from sitting Republican lawmakers. Some complied with rehearsed video clips, wearing red ties and saying the words, "Trump built this movement." Others hesitated, and those names were leaked anonymously to conservative influencers, sparking digital witch hunts. Rand Paul remained silent, but his office was surrounded by protesters waving signs that read, "Ron stood tall. Why are you hiding, Rand?" Meanwhile, Elon Musk unleashed a surgical strike, not with words, but with infrastructure. He funneled $80 million into a new PAC, Future Right, and released a slate of pro-tech, anti-establishment Republican candidates. Several were veterans. One was a former ICE director. All were Trump-aligned in tone, but not in loyalty. It was a smart play. These candidates began appearing on talk shows and conservative podcasts, speaking the language of the base, but subtly pivoting away from Trump himself. "We respect what he built," one said, "but it's time to modernize the mission." Trump saw the threat instantly. At a rally in Ohio, he lashed out, "These people are parasites. They want the brand, not the backbone. They love Trump's America, but they hate Trump. Doesn't work that way." He then promised primary challenges against any sitting Republican who didn't publicly denounce Musk's PAC. Behind closed doors, GOP senators were shaken. Donors were split. Consultants were burned out. No one knew where the loyalty lines were anymore, or who might cross them next. But the biggest blow was still coming. Because late that night, as Trump prepared for an interview on Newsmax, a staffer handed him a tablet. Elon Musk had just posted a video. And in it, was footage from inside Mar-a-Lago. The video dropped like a political nuke. It opened with a sweeping drone shot over Mar-a-Lago, taken months earlier, but then cut sharply to hidden footage from an undisclosed room deep inside the estate. Blurry at first, then crisp. No timestamp. No sound, only subtitles. Trump seated at a round table. Around him, Roger Stone, Stephen Miller, and two unidentified men in suits. The subtitles read, "We control the party now. Doesn't matter what they say. Let Rand talk. Let Elon tweet. They'll follow the money, or they're finished." Then another voice, tagged as Stone, chimed in, "And if Musk gets in the way, we'll ruin him. Quietly. Legally. But thoroughly." It was explosive. Within minutes, the clip was reposted by every major political account on X. Musk himself simply captioned it, "You wanted war. Here's your war." Trump's team immediately went into damage control, calling it AI-generated trash. They claimed the audio was faked, the footage spliced, and the entire release was part of a deep state tech op. But digital analysts, some even right-leaning, stepped forward to say the video appeared real. Metadata checks. Frame matches. Even the wood grain on the table was compared to known interiors of Mar-a-Lago. More damning, several former staffers confirmed under anonymity, that room exists. That meeting happened. Fox News split in half. Tucker Carlson called it a smear job from Silicon Valley tyrants. But Brett Baer asked the question live, if it's all fake, why hasn't Trump sued? That question echoed across America. Conservative donors began pulling out of Trump-aligned super PACs. A key senator from Georgia issued a brutal press release, "If even half of what's in that video is true, we've been sold a lie." Within 24 hours, the RNC issued a chilling statement, "We are reviewing all candidate endorsements moving forward." For Trump, the message was clear. The room was getting colder. The Trump war room was in full crisis mode. Phones ringing non-stop. Advisors pacing. The footage had caused more than a media meltdown, it triggered a seismic shift inside the Republican Party. Big donors began freezing disbursements. Several state chairs quietly requested distance from Trump before upcoming primaries. For the first time in years, the fear was fading. Trump, sitting at the head of the table, eyes locked on a silent TV playing reruns of the leak, broke the tension. "They think I'm finished. They're wrong. I've been buried before. I always claw back." Stephen Miller leaned forward. "Then you have to flip the narrative, now. Hit them with something they don't see coming." That's when Trump gave the order, "Leak the Musk file." For months, MAGA-aligned operatives had been digging into Musk's personal life, business ties, and lobbying history. It was a risky move, many thought Trump was holding the dirt for 2028. But now, the gloves were off. Within hours, the Federal Patriot, a far-right outlet, published an exposé, Elon Musk's secret dinners with Schumer, foreign bankers, and digital regulators. It included blurry photos, hacked calendar entries, and emails hinting at secret deals to influence cryptocurrency legislation, and possibly steer data policy in favor of his companies. Musk responded instantly on X, "None of this is illegal. None of it's secret. But if Trump wants a firestorm, I'll give him a solar flare." He then released a verified document from a former senior RNC official, a resignation letter dated months earlier, detailing how Trump's inner circle had been pushing illegal fundraising tactics and threatening dissenters with blackmail. The document was signed, notarized, scanned. It broke the internet. Cable news anchors were stunned. Fox and Newsmax cut to commercial mid-segment. OAN aired a black screen for 5 minutes. Inside Mar-a-Lago, the mood changed from fury to fear. "They've got inside help," Trump muttered. Someone flipped. And he was right. Because someone very close to him was already talking to Musk's team, and wearing a wire. It all came down to one name. Kash Patel. One of Trump's most trusted allies. Always seated close. Always on message. Loyal, or so it seemed. Until Musk posted a 5-second clip to X. No caption. Just video. Kash Patel in a nondescript hotel room. Leaning forward. Speaking softly. Clear as day, if the movement is going to survive past Trump, we need a clean break. Elon's the only one with the infrastructure to pull it off. The internet exploded. Trump's base was thrown into chaos. Hashtag Cash the Knife trended alongside hashtag Benedict Patel. Some claimed it was a deepfake. But Patel, shockingly, confirmed it was real. In a live stream of his own, flanked by former Trump aides turned defectors, Patel dropped the final bomb: "I've seen what's been happening behind the curtain. The fundraising games. The loyalty purges. The threats. That's not leadership, it's desperation. And I won't be part of it anymore." He formally endorsed Musk's future right movement. Trump's inner circle collapsed overnight. 3 major aides resigned. A leaked memo from within the campaign read, "We're bleeding allies. The donors are gone. The press is gone. Now cash. We have no firewall left." The final straw came when the RNC released an unprecedented statement: effective immediately, the committee will no longer recognize Donald J. Trump as the presumptive leader of the party. A full re-evaluation of endorsements is underway. Trump posted a single word on Truth Social: treason. But the storm was already too far gone. In the end, Trump's movement hadn't been crushed by Democrats, indictments, or media attacks. It was undone from within, by overreach, arrogance, and the tech billionaire he thought he could outmaneuver. And now, Elon Musk stood on a new stage, backed by former Trump operatives, billionaire donors, and a reshaped base. He ended his first major rally with words Trump once owned: "We don't surrender. We win. Because America comes first." The crowd roared. The torch had been passed.